So hey guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is another video in the Know Your Hair series, and today we're going to be talking about pH balance. So some people's hair goals is to have healthy hair, and everybody's definition of healthy hair is different. But when it comes to pH balance, that's like the ultimate health of your hair. The hair and the scalp, as well as your skin, has a pH of about 4.5 to 5.5. Germs cannot live in an acidic environment. So that goes for your face, that goes for your skin, that goes for your hair, that goes for your scalp. Because you'll notice if you use a face wash that is alkaline, it'll dry your skin out so that you have to use a toner afterwards. So usually you can use an ACV toner or Aloe Juice toner to bring your skin back to balance so that you don't break out. Because when your face is dry, it'll overproduce oil, which can cause more breakouts. So, it's like a back and forth thing. So you basically always have to make sure that your hair and your scalp is pH balanced, because that is the main thing determining the health of your hair, because that's where the dryness comes from. That's where the dandruff comes from. That's where the itching comes from. Because it's basically telling you, okay, I'm not healthy. That's why I'm itching. I'm not bouncy and soft because my hair is dry. You know what I'm saying? So anything between a 0 and 6.9 is considered acidic. Anything 7.1 to a 14 is alkaline. And 7 is neutral. So that's like water. Water is neutral. The pH balance of your hair being a 4.5 to a 5.5, that prevents any fungi, any bacteria from occurring on your scalp. So that means your cuticles are closed, your hair is healthy, and is able to thrive. So you'll notice if you ever dyed or relaxed your hair, the pH balance of those products are extremely alkaline. So once you get a relaxer or you dye your hair, they always have to neutralize your hair afterwards, which basically bringing it back down to the certain pH that needs to be at in order to maintain healthy hair. Because if your cuticles are open and your pH is not at that 4.5 and 5.5 level, you're gonna have damage on your hair. Most likely your hair will be damaged. It won't stay moisturized. It'll be dry, brittle, split ends. Our hair is curly. Our cuticles are partially open anyway because the sebum cannot get down the hair shaft. So because our hair is coily, it can't get down to the hair shaft. So you'll notice, like, if you straighten your hair will get oilier fast, obviously, because your sebum can go from the top all the way straight down. It has a smooth pathway to get down to the bottom of your hair. Certain signs and things to look for to know if your hair or your scalp is pH balanced. Usually your scalp will be itchy, it'll be dry, it'll be flaky. Those are the main things as far as your scalp goes. And if your scalp is dry, if your scalp is itchy, then your hair is dry. Because we know that if the sebum is not effective on your scalp, it's not going to be effective on your hair. So a dry, itchy scalp is dry hair, period. So like things to look out for, basically, like if you're working out, some people work out and they don't co-wash or wash their hair at all. I don't co-wash, but they don't wash their hair afterwards. The sweat and oil that comes out of your scalp when you're working out, it sits on there. So as days go on, your scalp can be itchy, it can be dry, it can feel nasty, like real gunky. So ACV rinses are the best. So making sure that you maintain a healthy hair and scalp is making sure all your products are pH balanced between a 4.5 and a 7. Closer to a 5.5, but 4.5 to 7 would do, because oils do not have a pH. Okay, so for example, for your products having a pH of 4.5 to a 7, you will want to use apple cider vinegar and aloe vera juice. Now you can use these interchangeably. Most of the time, aloe vera juice will not work, or some people may have adverse effects to it with low porosity hair because the cuticle is already closed. So usually any product with aloe vera juice in it will not help their hair to make it worse. So that's trial and error. It's some people, not all. But ACV tends to work with everybody. The only way that it doesn't work is that your mixture is off. So you don't want to have too much of this, because the ACV pH balance is a 3. So when you add it to water, you have to balance it out so that it's not too strong. So you don't want to use like half of this and half of water. It probably would be too strong. So you basically find the mixture that works for you. Less is more when it comes to this because it's so potent with, I mean, it's a pH of 3. So add it to a 7, I would think it wouldn't take that much. But this is usually the way to go. Especially, you can do this before you wash, you can do this after you wash. Usually I will use it after my conditioner, because especially if you put products on your scalp, which you shouldn't do because it causes buildup on your scalp, which is going to make it dry, it's going to make it itchy because it's not pH balanced. So if you deep condition and you put deep conditioner on your scalp, when you rinse that deep conditioner out, do your apple cider vinegar rinse, because it brings your hair and your scalp back to its pH level. And you'll notice once you do that rinse after that deep condition that your hair will be shiny. It will shine because the cuticles are laying flat as can be. So that is the best thing to do when it comes to after washing hair, to balance it back out. Also, if you work out, after you work out, you can spray this on your scalp. You can use the applicator bottle to do that, or a spray bottle if you have braids, and just do a quick rinse. That'll work as well too. And also your products, like I said, your products like your leave-in conditioners and things like that. I don't know if you guys have heard of KimiTube, but basically she created a leave-in recipe with whatever silicone-free conditioner that you want to use. Use 2 tablespoons of that, 2 tablespoons of aloe vera juice, which will bring that whole mixture to a pH level, because this is about 4.5, depending on which company you buy from. But that'll bring that to a 4.5, bring that really low. So it'll be 2 tablespoons of silicone-free conditioner, 2 tablespoons of aloe vera juice, 2 teaspoons of your favorite oil, and 2 teaspoons of another favorite oil that you have. And then you'll mix that together. Once you get done washing your hair, you've done your ACV rinse, you can apply that leave-in to your hair, and it'll lay your cuticles down. You can continue to moisturize and seal your hair as usual. And also, if you like I said, it may not work for all hair types. These things may not work for every hair type. You just have to find what works, but make sure that it is pH balanced, because you know your hair is going to be moisturized, you know your scalp is going to be clean, and you know your hair can continue to grow and it can thrive when it's at a certain level. That's all for this video. I know it was pretty quick, simple, straight to the point, as it should be. If you missed my previous video on hair porosity, please check that out. I have that in the description down below, because that coincides with this video, as I said in that video. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I will also provide the links to the research that I did down below, so you guys can further do your research, basically to see what works for you and what may not work for you. Definitely check out my previous video that I did on the mini twist if you missed it. This is me actually taking that protective style down after a week, and this is what it looks like.